bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Traffic light, I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan, then I ghosted out in a minivan. Mic in my hand like a waffle cone, spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I moonwalked in a UFO. Mic my shoes with a Christmas wreath. Dropping these bars while I brush my teeth. Backpack filled with a new disease. Telling my doubts I'm hard to please. We don't care. We bounce on clouds. Sing off key and we still too.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Everybody rockin' side to side to the beat. Snap a night, bang, tricks, bouncing to the groove. All players got set to kick off.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
First down. A gain of a yard. First down, Jets.
70 Rangers. Go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Extra point
attempt to come here. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Jets 7, Raiders nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Young going to move him around.
Red, cycle. Ready.
Young now from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught inside the 25. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. It'll be Young again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answer the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At their own 21-yard line.
Mustang 19. Ready. Rambo 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his 1st here, and it's a 1st down.
26-yard line.
Ready. Cut. 18 Cardinal. 18 Warriors. 70. 60 Mass. Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap 60.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. That's some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
It's 2nd down.
And now an audible here into something else.
60 Bearcats, 60.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Dragon 60, Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check smash, check smash. Check smash, check smash.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the block. And it'll be Raiders football, first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Second and 11.
10 seconds.
Young to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 35 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ball red. Green back. You. Yellow. Ready.
Now Young. That is caught. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Malik Neighbors, 67 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7.
Raiders 10, Jets 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
15 yards on the play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Good coverage downfield, led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Dragon 60. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. marker in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Let's go.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. And this time he is in. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to move back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Raiders 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now Young. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14.
Raiders 17. Jets 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Now 2nd and 9.
Set. Viking 18.
Here's a give up the middle. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Bronco 80. Hey, Cash. Tight. 19 tight.
Now back to throw. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Here we go. Start. Go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Short one here, caught by McBride. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
Panther 11. Panther. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Street. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready?
2nd and 6. Nowhere to turn this time. He goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing 2nd half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. It doesn't speak to the parity in the NFL. Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the Jets' 43-yard line.
Here we go. Drill. Ready?
Young will set to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Malik Neighbors. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Luke now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score. Raiders 24. Jets 17. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
The bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
Trap 50, trap 50. 18, tied in.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
18 Rrders, 18 Rrders.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete. They made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
70 Rangers. Mustang 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Shoving his way inside the 35. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, 2 corners, and then divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Now here's Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Miles. Down to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jets 17.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And a gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Young here, you can see changing the play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
8-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the double.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Young to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The 2-yard line.
Ready.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Raiders 45, Jets 17. Tyler Luke.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He's just shy of midfield. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Ready.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get the 1st. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Downfield and caught by Thornton. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Black, 10 black.
1st and 10 at the
To throw, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
The CD there on big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Here is Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock the ball as progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Black 40.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
From Las Vegas, 1st down.
Black blue.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
50, green.
Young now. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17. Tyler Luke.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some points they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Second and 10.
Second down, no running here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Third down.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Mustang 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Let's go. Yellow, red, black, steel, black. Hut.
Young here to throw. Working downfield. He's got Thornton. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
Okay, ready?
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. On his loop for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 59, Jets 17. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
19, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Hey, try it over. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Green jacket, black jacket, needle blue, clawed red, down, hut, hut.
And Young's going to throw it here. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Some momentum, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship.